Hi friends, in previous tutorial we had implemented Spring Boot gRPC Hello World example. In the example we saw what is gRPC and why we should be using it. Also we had implemented the gRPC server and the gRPC client using Spring Boot. In this tutorial we will be modifying that example. So we will be using the same Spring Boot gRPC server, but the gRPC client instead of Spring Boot will now be making use of .NET. For this I will be taking reference of my website javanews.com. So go to Spring Boot. The example that we will be implementing today is Spring Boot gRPC server C# gRPC client example. So in a previous tutorial we had created Spring Boot gRPC server and Spring Boot gRPC client. You can go to this example here. So in this example we had looked at what is gRPC and why we should be using it, and implemented Spring Boot gRPC server and client using Spring Boot. You can also go through this YouTube video here where I have explained this example. Before gRPC was developed, Remote Procedure Call or RPC was a communication protocol that was used to enable inter-process communication between the different systems. One of the major drawbacks of using RPC was its tight coupling with specific programming languages and platforms. For example, if RPC it is used with .NET, then .NET remoting will be used to create the stubs and skeletons, whereas if RPC it was used with Java, then Java RMI will be used to create the required classes. So each programming language and platform had its specific way to implement a remote procedure call. With gRPC, this is not the case. gRPC uses protocol buffers as its interface definition language, allowing us to define services and messages in a language agnostic way. So we'll be using the same proto files both at the Spring Boot server end as well as at the C# client end. So let us begin with the implementation part. We'll be making use of Spring Boot gRPC server code that we had developed in the previous tutorial. So go to this tutorial here. So in this tutorial below we have given the source code. So here we have the source code for Spring Boot gRPC client example and Spring Boot gRPC server example. So we will be taking this code, Spring Boot gRPC server example. This is a Maven project imported in Eclipse. So if we have a look at the code here, in source main proto we have the bookservice.proto file. So this proto it acts as a blueprint or a contract as to how the server and the client they should communicate with each other. Here we have defined a service named as book service. This book service, it has a method getBook which takes the book request as a parameter and returns the book response. Also in this proto file we have defined what should be the structure of this book request and book response. So here book request it will be having a single field book ID which will be a string. Similarly book response it will be having three fields, the book ID, name and a type. So type it is an enum which we have defined in util.proto. So here type it will have one of these three values. So let us build this project. So in the pom.xml, I have defined a Maven plugin named protobuf Maven plugin, which takes the proto files and creates the required classes that will be required by this gRPC server. So you can go through the tutorial where I have explained this in detail. Right click on pom.xml, run as Maven install. So this will get us the required dependencies as well as create the classes using the proto files. So here. So these are the generated classes that have been created. Let us start the gRPC server. So here the gRPC server it has started on port 8090. So now that the server has started, let us move to the client part. So we'll be creating a .NET client using C#. For this we'll be making use of Visual Studio. So let us start Visual Studio. We'll be creating a console application in Visual Studio. So create a new project, a console application. Next. So here you can give any name to this console application. Create. So this is the console application that has been created in Visual Studio. Next we'll be adding a folder named proto, inside which we'll be adding the gRPC proto files. So these gRPC proto files will be exactly similar to the ones we have in Spring Boot server side. Here name it as proto. From here, copy this book service proto file, paste it here. Next, we'll be creating another folder named constants, inside which we'll be having the util.proto file. So, add another folder here, constant. It is constant, it's not constant. The only change that we'll be making in the proto files at the .NET side is here the package, it is Java specific, so we'll be adding the C# code for package, that is namespace. So copy this and add it here. Similar change for the util.proto. So here it will be com.java.constants. Next we'll be adding dependencies to the console application that we created. We'll be doing this using the manage NuGet packages. So we'll be adding 3 dependencies. The first is google.protobuf, then grpc.net.client, and then grpc.tools. Using these dependencies and proto files, we'll be generating the classes required by the gRPC client to connect to the gRPC server. So go here, manage NuGet packages, go to browse, and here check for Google protobuf. Click on this class, install this. So Google protobuf has been installed. Similarly, install the other dependencies, gRPC client, grpc.net client, and grpc.tools. We are done with adding the dependencies. Next, go to the proto files, right click on them, go to properties. Here select protobuf compiler and the gRPC stubs and classes. Since we are creating only the gRPC client here, so just select client only and do similar change for the book service.proto file. Here select protobuf compiler, client only. Next we'll be building this application. So right click on console app and click on build. So what this will do is, using the book service.proto file and util.proto file, it will create the necessary classes that are required by this gRPC client to connect to the server. Next we'll be modifying the program.cs file to make use of the gRPC client to consume the endpoint exposed by the Spring Boot gRPC server. So in the program.cs file, we'll first be creating a gRPC channel to connect to the localhost 8090 address on which the gRPC server is running. Next, using the book service client, we'll be creating a new gRPC client. Using this gRPC client, we'll be making a call to the getBookAsync method, and to this method we'll be passing the book request. So here we are creating the book request. So these classes, the book service client, book request, these are all generated from the proto files. So let us copy this code. Go to program.cs file. Next, before I run this code, I'll just stop the gRPC server and instead start it in debug mode. So here, the debug point is added here. So let us now start the console application. So here it has started. So now go to the Spring Boot server. So here the request, it has reached the gRPC server. Here we get the book ID as 1. And here we are returning the response back. So run this. We now go back to the client. So here it is printing the book details that it has got from the gRPC server. Hope you have understood this tutorial. You can download the source code from here. Thank you.